Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bobby, and this is actually a fun lesson. I got an email from a reader saying, Bobby, I want to know what part of the golf ball I should look at as I stand before it ready to hit a golf shot. And I think that's a question a lot of people ask simply because every golfer notices from the very beginning that the better player, the more capable player, seems to keep their head down for a perceptible interval after the ball has been struck. And that is interpreted as that player trying to keep their eye on the spot from which the ball has departed. And if you take it back a step further, you say, oh, well, they must have been very specific about what part of the ball they were looking at. And so goes that line of thinking. You know, there's a lot of latitude to be granted in how you focus on a golf ball. Focus is an offshoot of vision. Vision is one of your 5 senses, and no 2 sensibilities are the same. And so thinking along those lines, there are 7.8 billion ways of doing this. Why? Because there are 7.8 billion people on the planet, and each must find the one that's right for them. That said, let me take you through a couple of things that have helped me over the years. And this has been to treat what ails me at that very moment. Maybe this will help you. This is an aha moment for some. It leaves the person next to them at times completely unresponsive, so maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. But regardless, I want you to find what's right for you. Sometimes when my tempo gets off, when I just can't take off smoothly and I can't return smoothly, the one thing that has helped me is to focus on one very specific dimple, look at it so intently that it almost looks like it's getting closer to me. And by doing that, there's something about that makes it very unlikely that I'll swing wildly at the ball. I want to keep that one dimple in focus, and in order to do that, I have to swing with something that is both smooth on the backswing and then smooth in the transition, and from there the tempo's been set and I can swing smoothly to a finish. Now, the magic of that will wear off and I'll have to find some other way to focus, but that has been a wonderful thing to get it back to the barn on days when the ball's not flying straight, just to get through the round. It's been a great thing, and maybe it'll help you. But here's a piece that's more likely to help you because this has more universal appeal and it's helped hundreds of people with whom I've had the pleasure of working over the years, and that is for people beset with the problem of hitting the ground before the ball. Man, that's why I don't take a divot, because I always hit the ground first. Well, if you're hitting the ground before the golf ball, the last thing you need to do is look at anything toward the back of the ball. You're already hitting it back here. Remember, there's one thing that every philosopher known to man is in unanimous agreement about, and that is that you get what you focus on. So if you're already hitting the ground before the ball, you need to put your focus on the left side of the ball. Eyes over here to the left, even the ground on the left side, forget the ball, the ground on the left side of the ball to set you straight. You know, it's just like if I'm driving a 6-penny nail into a 2x4, the last thing I want to do is look at my thumb. I want to look at the thing that I intend to strike. And so focus has a tremendous effect on what follows. And so in closing, here's what I want to say. There's not one way for every person that every person must focus. There's not one way for that that will fix every person. But for every person, there is a way. And so you've got to feel free to experiment, feel free to tinker around with, well, I'll look at the back, see what kind of results come from that. I'll look at the front, I'll look at the grass in the front, and find out what works for you. There's no one way to do it. I want to thank you for watching, and I know that'll be fun for you.